Uncomfortable Combos. It's your boy, the one with the scar in his face, your boy Scarface, and I want to welcome you guys back to another episode. Every week, you guys tuning in, checking out the new episodes. I know you guys love them. I know you guys like just the feedback that I get. So wherever you're listening to, give us a thumbs up, give us a 5-star. It definitely helps the podcast out just because, you know, it puts us better in the algorithm. So wherever you're listening to, YouTube, thumbs up, leave us a comment or something. Spotify, any streaming platform, leave us a 5-star review. Help your boy out. So, but anyway, I want to thank you guys again for all the support on the podcast. You guys are amazing. Shout out to everyone who comes over from the TikToks. Y'all are dope. But today I was going to do something a little different because I know a lot of people listen to like a lot of like the relationship and stuff like that. But I wanted to do an episode on shady people. You know what I mean? Because sometimes shady people can, you know, ruin relationships, future relationships, friendships, family, like you name it, can ruin all sorts of stuff. So that was something I was actually talking about. Like someone had a question of that, you know, shadiness, like should they cut people off? And, you know, I mean, I'll get into my things, but shady people and negative people. Well, first of all, shady people, snakes. I love what DMX said. He's like, know that they're snakes and just accept that they're snakes. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to have them around, just know they do snake-like activities. So if they're going to be a snake in some way, it's probably going to be them, you know, so trust that they're snakes. That's if you're going to have them around. But I wanted to get into the 10 reasons if you can tell somebody's shady or negative, because these are the people Joe Rogan says the best, you know. Shady people, negative people are like cancers. You don't want them around you because they just hold you back, pull you down, or, you know, what have you. So if you know somebody that has some of these, they're probably a little bit shady. You know what I mean? So we're going to get into the first one. The first one that we have is spreading gossip. They may share personal or sensitive information about you or often exaggerate or lies to tarnish your reputation. And of course, they're not going to say it like to your face or around you. It's funny. So something that I do, not a lot of people know, is sometimes like if I feel like somebody's spreading negative stuff about me, or like I get an inkling or something, I give people false information. That way, you know what I mean? Like some sort of rumor or like some sort of like, you know, something, you know, that is going to get them talking, because if that rumor starts getting around, then you know who it came from. You know what I mean? Like, and it can be something like, I don't want to say exactly some of the things that I say because, you know, but it can be like you can twist a few things, you can say of certain things. And then if you hear a rumor, you know, by somebody else, hey, I heard, you know who it came from. You know what I mean? Because you know where you planted that information, because it's really hard to like, you can obviously assume somebody's doing it. Oh, it's this person, it's that person. But at the end of the day, they're always going to lie about it. They're not going to come clean about it. Even if they get caught red-handed, they're going to say it wasn't them, you know, kind of like the whole cheating situation. But if you plant some false info, again, like don't make complete lies, just alter some things. You know what I mean? Change a few things here and there. And then that's how you can kind of be like, oh shit, this information came from this person over here. You know what I mean? Because you don't want those type of people, because PBD, he has certain people around him, he calls them his close friends, and you have to like meet certain criteria to be part of his close friends, you know, because sometimes he has to share sensitive information or things that he can't have other people know. And so he'll like, he won't do that, but he's really, really, really picky on who he lets into his circle because of these things, you know? And so, and you should too, because at the end of the day, you have to protect your peace. You have to protect your well-being, mental health, and everything. And there's going to be people who spread false. You all know there's people out there like, guess what I heard? Guess what I heard? Bitch, guess what? And so there's always somebody, you don't want to be part of those. Of course, it's always nice to get tea, always nice to get, like, hear the tea, but don't be the one spreading the tea. Okay. So number 2 is undermining you. They subtly criticize, doubt your abilities, especially around others, to make you appear less capable. You know, obviously, you know, if they're like, I don't know if he can do it, or and X, Y, and Z, it could be that, obviously they're trying to hold you down. They're trying to make you believe, that you can't do something, or not capable of doing something when we're clearly all are, especially like you see some of these successful people who made it there because they believe so much in themselves that they can make shit happen. They make it happen, but there's also, I'm sure along the way, there was people saying like, no, you don't know what you're doing, or not even to their face saying like, nah, and like, they ain't going to do it. It's going to flop and what have you, and there's always going to be those people, but you don't want to be one of those. You want to be the one that either like helps people up, meaning like, hey, like you got this, support them, but like genuinely support them, not just like, hey, you got this. But in your head, you're like, fuck, I hope you fail. None of that. Like you want people to succeed, and don't be like, if you catch somebody doing some of these things, they might be a little shady. You don't want that in your circle. You know what I mean? Like you don't want somebody you want somebody who's going to be like, this is my idea. And everybody be like, yes, like I know so-and-so over here that can help you with this. Oh, I know, John over here that can help you with this. I know, Frank over here that can help you with this, and just like different things like that. Somebody who's going to help you and elevate you, not someone who's going to be like, nah, you can't do it. You don't even know where to start. You're in over your head. Like you don't want those type of people around you, because that's the type of people that don't help you grow. Or when you bring up an idea, this is why you have to choose your friends around you, wisely, because like say you bring up an idea and everyone starts capping on you because of the idea. Those are probably the wrong people to be around with, because if you bring up an idea and people should be like, oh shit, that's a badass idea. Hey, like, you should, try to help your idea, try to make your idea better, not just be like, nah, like laughing at you and like, nah, like dumb or X, you don't want people like that around you. So the next one that I do have is they taking credit for your work. They might claim your ideas, work, and contributions as their own to gain praise and recognition. And we've all been there. And especially in the media space for myself. Usually I come up with ideas or I give information, educate people on a certain thing, and they go and talk about it like they're the ones that that's where they got it from. Oh, or they take the credit. At the end of the day, like that's part of media, being in media. Other people take the credit for a lot of the work that you do. And that's okay. And like I knew that getting into there, but I'm not saying like so the people that aren't in media, like if you have people who are like taking credit for your work, your ideas, and X, Y, and Z, pay attention to those coworkers, because if they're the ones doing it too, they're trying to climb that ladder with your ideas, and don't let that shit happen. So like even if you have somebody in your own circle, like, there's always that one person taking the credit for this, credit for that. You don't want, I want to be like, no, that was his idea over there. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that was his idea over there. I'll take my credit when I like, it's my idea or something, but if somebody else helped or somebody else did something, then I'd be like, oh no, it was homeboy over here, so you don't want those type of people. And these people can be either like, not just friends, but people you're looking to get in a relationship with, you know what I mean? Like, because if they're like that, all this, like, obviously you have to be a little bit of some of this stuff, trying to make your way through business, because there's like I said, shady people. But if you feel like this is how they are, like all the time, taking the credit, come on now. Number 4 is withholding information. They keep crucial information from you, especially if it would affect your performance or decision making. And that is the worst. Like if there's something I can help or say or do, I'm going to tell you. You know what I mean? Like, and no matter what it is, like if I can bring value to you in some sort of way, I'm going to try to bring you value, and you should be like that to like you should want people to want to be around you, because every time they're around you, they gain some sort of insight, some valuable information, like whatever. Like so many people want to gatekeep stuff. Like, I don't know why, like they want to gatekeep stuff. The people who have been the most successful, like on social media or things like that, are the ones who, what do? Educate on social media. They're like teaching how they did this, how they did that. Like, and some people don't want to do it because they're like, I don't want to give away how I did this. No, like that's why you're not going to, people follow this person because they're educating, they're teaching you. And so they're more likely to follow this person than this other person who's just keeping all the secrets, never explain how they did something, right? So withholding information, especially with your friend group. And like, you never know, like a little bit of information can take you to the next level or take whatever you guys are doing to the next level, but they want to be the one that maybe they feel like they're going to go to the next level with this piece of information. No. If I can help somebody, if I can link somebody up, like if I can, hey, yo, talk to this person, hey, yo, talk to this person, or if I know the information, I'm more than happy to help you. Because if you bring somebody value, they're eventually, not necessarily them, but karma's going to pay you back, meaning like you're going to get some sort of value in return. So just keep putting positivity and like value out to everybody, and you'll see how like your content grows or whatever you're trying to do grows. That's why a lot of people like the TikToks, because I'm bringing them value, insights, information, educational. And that's why they love it, instead of me not sharing that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So, and that's why like I'm starting to hold social media classes, because I've been able to do well with my social media and other people's social media. So like, I just want to help people grow on social media. And there's some people out here who, let's just say, they don't have the track record to be helping people, and stuff like that frustrates me, because I'm like, there's people out here who actually put in the work, trial and error, figure it out. This works, this doesn't work, like, and why, like this information, compared to somebody else who just repeats what they see online. They don't have a track record. Even like, if you like, the reason I bring this is because like, you're from my field, a social media strategist or somebody involved in social media, your profile should be doing great. If you're going to tell somebody how to make their profile great, why isn't yours doing great? Just ask them that. All right. So the next one that I have here is fake compliments. They'll compliment you on your face, but speak negatively about you when they're not around. And, sometimes you don't find these people out right away, obviously, because they're not talking to your face, like bad things to your face. But if you do, call people. I'm never afraid to call somebody out. I've done it before. I'd be like, hey, yo, like I heard you said X, Y, and Z, and see what they say. Like you can tell when it was probably, well, it's because no, like it wasn't me. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like somebody who's actually serious and be like, what the fuck? No. Like, why would I say that? Or something like that. Like you can tell by their reaction that you're like, you caught them off guard, because you're like, what the fuck? Where did that come from? Or someone who actually did it. Pay attention to their body language. They don't know what to do. Like, what's the right move to make? Because in their head, they're like, oh, fuck, I got caught. How do I get out of this? So fake compliments, and especially like, that's why I'm honest. Like, you can ask the people around me anytime they ask for like some sort of critique, advice. I'm honest, and I would love when people are honest with me too. Like, hey, like I didn't like this. Hey, this. Totally fine. That only helps me get better, And me being honest with other people, it helps them get better. And now they know I'm not giving them no bullshit like critique or whatever advice, because I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it. Like, I'm 100% honest. Like, I do that. And I'm sure it doesn't. Some people don't like it. You know what I mean? Like, some people don't like that I'm 100% honest. They'd rather me lie to them. Like, if I don't like something, I don't like it. Instead of being like, oh, like, it's not bad, it's pretty cool. No, I didn't like it. I'll tell you when I like it. So if I say I like it, then guess what? I liked it. So fake compliments. You got to really pay attention to that type of stuff. Passive aggressive behavior. They avoid direct confrontation, opting for subtle digs or sarcasm that undercuts you. Now, so sometimes, when some people are joking around, making fun of you, we've all been there. We joke around with our friends, or, make fun of them a little bit, but just joking around. Somebody who, I tend to feel like somebody who really doesn't like this person will like constantly be bashing them and bashing them and bashing them. Like, there's no reason to keep like, why are we still making fun of them? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, that's when you kind of know that this person doesn't like that person, because it all comes from somewhere. You know what I mean? Like it all comes from somewhere. Me, like when I joke around with friends, it's just me joking around. Like I'm just like making fun of them, or not making fun of them, just like joking with them. Like say, like for example, me and my buddy John, when we hang out sometimes, like if he does something dumb, I'm gonna try pinch it, John Bow also, like, and say stuff like that. Do I mean it? No. But what I mean, it comes from somewhere. Yeah, you did something stupid. It was funny, you know, and I'm going to joke around with you about it, but I'm not going to be like, like keep going and going and going and going and going. And that's when like, hey, okay, like it comes from somewhere. Or whenever you meet up, like every time we meet up, I'm not like, pincho, I also, no, I'm just like, we just talk about different things. You know what I mean? So like pay attention to those type of things. Like if they're constantly like, hey, this, hey, that, like it's coming from somewhere. And you also got to pay attention to your partner too, because it's probably coming from somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, I know it sucks. Like when I start talking about stuff like this, because I've had people tell me, they're like it's a lot of stuff to be like, you know, paying attention to, you know, remembering. And I get it. But if you're currently talking to somebody and like one of these things come up, like it's going to remind you of them, if that makes sense. It's going to remind you of them. And so, like, just pay attention to that. Like if I talked about being shady or like this and this or passive aggressive, and that person pops into your head, it's your body giving you that sign and be like, yo, like this guy, hello. So just pay attention to that stuff. Like if they come up, if you're talking about something and they come up, you know, give it a thought, give it a candor. So the next one that I have is sabotaging opportunities. They subtly interfere with opportunities that come your way and discourage others from supporting you. And you really have to pay attention to these, because if they sabotage stuff like that, or like opportunities from you, like they're going to, what else are they going to do? What else are they going to sabotage? You know, like if there's an opportunity for you to make money and somebody ruins that for you just because they just want to ruin it, you might want to question their character, you know, question like, oh shit, like, bro, I didn't even do anything to you and you sabotaged me making some money, you know, or sabotaged me from this opportunity just because you didn't want to make the connection. You know what I mean? Like pay attention to those things, because like if you find out, be like, yo, why didn't you tell me? Be like, oh, I completely forgot because this. No, you knew, you just didn't want to tell me, because if there's an opportunity for something, I can't wait to message. Hey, yo, like you should talk to this. Hey, send this person a message. Oh, hey, do this. You know, I'm excited for it, you know, because if I can make that connection, bring value to you, I'm going to get value in return somehow. Not necessarily from that person. Again, we put good into the world, good karma. We're going to get that good karma back. You know, you feel me? So definitely pay attention to people who are sabotaging your opportunities, you know, because at the end of the day, like the right people around you are going to help you find these opportunities and capitalize on these opportunities. The wrong people are not going to tell you about it, or not make that connection, or try to like ruin it for some reason. Like not even, you know what I mean? Like there's those people, there's different ways to sabotage it too. I was going to give some examples, but there's a lot of ways to sabotage something. So, exaggerating your mistakes. They make a big deal out of minor mistakes or slip-ups, using the proof that you're unreliable or incapable. And I've seen it too before. Like, it's funny because like if they watch this podcast, they're going to know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say necessarily who, but you know, there was somebody who like could not let go of making fun of somebody, not let go of, putting their mistakes under a microscope. Like, I get it. Somebody fucks up. You make fun of them. You put them on blast. Why? So they don't fucking do it again. But when you constantly, it's like over and over and over and over, you're just like, bro, like, chill the fuck out. Like, okay, we get it. He fucked up. You know, even I was in the position where I was like, bro, like, chill the fuck out. Like, I get it. Like, why do you have to keep digging at this? Like, why? Are you good? You good at home? You getting laid? Like, everything good? So pay attention to those people who over exaggerate those things because it's coming from somewhere. A little bit of shadiness, and I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect. Before I was a little not like this, but I was not shady. I would say a little bit more jealous of certain people because I'd be like, damn, they're fucking killing it. Like, why are they killing it? You would feel some type of way, like they shouldn't be killing it, until I got myself out of that mindset and being like, no, they worked hard to be there. They did whatever it took, that the necessary steps, the necessary work, the necessary education to get to that position that they're in. There is absolutely no reason for me to be upset that they're doing better than me. Instead, you should be upset at yourself. Like, if you ever feel that certain, like a certain type of way towards somebody, because let's be honest, some people feel that way towards me. I've gotten the anonymous questions. They be hating sometimes. And that's because you need to, right before you dish out that hate, turn around and look at that hate. You know what I mean? Look at yourself in the mirror. The reason you're upset at somebody else doing good is because you're upset that they're doing good and you're not. You know, they're in a better position than you are and you're not. But instead of like trying to bring them down, sabotage their mistakes or like their opportunities, or like talk bad about them, be that shady person to them, figure out what you need to do to get yourself to that level. And that's exactly what I did. Because again, I was there before. I was there not sabotaging. I was there like the jealous, like, why you, like, it should, like, I don't know why I thought it should have been me when I put absolutely no fucking work towards anything like that same thing. But once I did, you know, it turns into something and you're just like, fuck, you know, and now I'm sure people are like, oh, he thinks he's the shit because a lot of people fuck. Like, no, I put in the fucking work. Like, just because you didn't see like the few years where I was posting on social media and not really getting no engagement, and then all of a sudden, like, I found what worked and took off. Now you hating on me? Like, you know what I mean? Why weren't you hating when I wasn't getting shit? I mean, you were cool with me then. So just pay attention to that. It's probably something internal that you need to work on. The next one that I have is playing both sides. They act like a friend to everyone, but share information back and forth and stir up conflict and keep themselves in a position of control. Now, I get it. You get some tea from somebody and you want to share it with somebody. Am I the person that shares tea like that? Nah, because it's none of my business. You know what I mean? Like, what happens at the end of the day if you share the wrong tea or the wrong stuff? And then I'll be like, oh, fuck, I just said this and it wasn't that, right? So, but if you see someone who, like, and we all know somebody like that, that's like sharing this, sharing that, like acting like they're on both sides, and you're like, bro, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, first you're acting like you're cool over here, but then you're cool over there. It happened a lot during high school. And then we obviously know a lot of people don't grow out of high school and continue until they get older. So, but just pay attention to that. Like, somebody who's playing both sides, trying to stir things up, and in a harmful way. Like, sometimes, like, boys being boys, or like, I'm sure girls do it too. They like try to rile up their friends because, like, oh damn, you gonna let him say that, ooh, you know, and stuff like that, just to rile them up. And then, like, it's just like good friend fun, right? Good testosterone fun. But there's obviously people who do that for bad intentions, you know, and you have to be able to see the differences. Like, bro, like, why are you spreading this or like saying this, and like making these people not like each other, you know, when who knows if it's true, or like you're trying to cause drama, you know, just playing in different sides. And especially it happens a lot at work. Somebody be like, oh yeah, dude, we're bros, co-workers, X, Y, and Z. And then they go snitch everything to like the person in charge just to make you look bad, and then to big them up so they can, for some reason, feel better about themselves. You know what I mean? So, and the last one that I have is discrediting your character. They'll spread rumors or bring up incidents, portray you as dishonest, untrustworthy, or unworthy of respect. Again, there's those people who, like, they want to... Nobody's perfect. Let me start there. Nobody is perfect. We all have a past. We've all done some shit. Like, I know people who were addicted to drugs, alcoholics, felons, like this and that, right? We all have a past. And you should be proud of somebody who's trying to get better, trying to like get better in life, instead of being like, oh shit, like, yeah, but he's a felon. Like, this dude is doing great, and all of a sudden, like, you want to bring up like he's a felon, like it's supposed to completely ruin everything he's got going on, or he did this when he was young. When what? Again, what was that? When I was younger? Exactly, younger. We're fucking grown now, and you need to grow the fuck up too. Okay, like, so you have to pay attention to those people too, because again, this could be friends, it can be family, and it can be your partner that you're trying to talk to or get to know. Like, pay attention to how he is with his friends and with his family, because if he's like this, what makes you think he won't be like that towards you? Like, or what makes you think that he's not like that towards you? You know, so that's why I wanted to do this podcast episode, just so you can be aware, because there's family, there's family members, friends, acquaintances, you name it, ex-partners that I've cut off because of negativity and shadiness. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want that. Like, if you're not going to bring any sort of value, like, to my life, because if you bring value to me, I'm going to do my best to bring value to you. 100%. Like, anytime I'm like at some sort of meeting or meet up with people or we're doing something, I want to bring some sort of value. I want to be that person where, like, oh shit, like, I was talking to him and he told me this, this, and this. Like, it was, hell yeah, talk to him. Like, and for the most part, you know, I mean, I can't talk for everybody. People feel like that. Like, I had a conversation the other day with a buddy, and like, he was asking for help on this stuff, and I was like, hey, do this, 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 and this. And he loved it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's how I want to be. And that's how I am. People ask me questions and I say, or I give them the information that I know, or connect them with the person that I know that could help. And that's why I'm doing, again, these social media classes, because I want to help people. But if I'm going to gather all this information and do all this work outside of the class, like, at least I want to, like, it be worth my time. That's why I charge for these classes, right? And then also, like, I'm doing another one, how to make over 6 figures with your social media, because I've done it. I do it. And I don't mind sharing that information, because there's plenty of money out there. There's plenty of likes, plenty of followers, plenty of collaborations, plenty of partnerships. Like, why are you going to be like, I ain't going to tell nobody, I'm going to blow up? And no. Because if you help others, they're going to help you. You put value out, value is going to come back. Let's not be shady people. Let's not be those type of people. Let's be great people. And like, when people, your name comes up, they're like, yeah, that dude's a good dude. Like, he told me this, this, and this, you know, like, or he helped me out with doing this. Like, that's the type of person I want to be. Like, whatever you heard or whatever you've seen before, nah, that's old, Edgar. You know what I mean? Like, that's in the past. We moving forward. You know, that's why we have a windshield, not a rear view mirror. I think he says that. That's where I heard it from. And I was like, that's perfect. Yeah, because we look through our windshield. We never drive through the rear view mirror. And I'm sure somebody else said it, but I don't know. But anyways, that's why I wanted to do this podcast episode, just so you guys can be aware of these type of people, you know, because it can be, like I said, family members, friends, or your partner. You know, if you see your partner doing this to other people, again, what makes you think he won't do it to you? Or just people around you, because they bring you down. We want people, again, who are going to bring us up and bring value into our lives, because when they bring us up and bring value into our lives, we're going to try to help bring them up and bring value to their lives. You know what I mean? And like, the reason I say this is, you go and talk to a bunch of rich, wealthy people, they are so willing to help you. You know, you just got to be able to get into those circles, and not just seeing a rich person walking by. You see a rich person walking by, you'd be like, hey, I need some help. No. But if you're plugged into the right circles, the right networks, naturally have a conversation with somebody, then you're slowly start talking about things, and that could lead to the next thing. Like, there's this dude worth $500 million I was having a conversation with, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? You know what I mean? In my head, I'm like, I'm talking to this dude, he's worth $500 million. You know, like, this dude, like, I'm soaking up only the information. So, but yeah, I wanted to do this episode. Hopefully it's going to help you in some certain way. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up, give us a 5-star review, share this. If you're here from TikTok, what's up, y'all? Follow me on IG too. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. See you guys.